Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Bruno Fernandes speaks out on Liverpool loss, fresh updates on United's injury concerns, and League Cup tie against Barnsley looms. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Bruno Fernandes sends three-word message after Liverpool defeat to Nottingham Forest. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes shares his thoughts following Liverpool's 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest, reserving particular praise for a former teammate. Bruno was especially impressed by Anthony Elenga's decisive contribution, which set up Callum Hudson-Odoi's winner late in the second half at Anfield. Elenga's assist earned glowing recognition from Fernandes, who took to Instagram to comment, "That assist, man," under the Swedes' celebratory post. Nottingham Forest's victory made them the first side to defeat Liverpool under Arne Slot, bringing the East Midlanders much-deserved acclaim. Hudson-Odoi's stunning goal came after a well-fought battle, with Elenga's skillful play in the build-up securing him plaudits. The former United forward's effort stood out on a day where Liverpool struggled to find their usual sharpness in front of goal. Liverpool had entered the weekend riding high after a string of positive results, including a dominant 3-0 victory over Manchester United earlier this month. That win, led by goals from Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah, had put Slot's side in fine form. However, the Anfield side seemed unable to replicate that dominance, with key figures such as Salah, Szoboszlai, Hoda, and Diaz failing to truly test Forest keeper Matt Sells. After the match, Slot was keen to deflect any notion that the international break had played a part in the loss. Several of his players had returned from national duty, but Slot dismissed any suggestion of fatigue being a factor, stating, "It's always difficult, but that wasn't down to a lack of energy. We simply didn't create enough from ball possession." The Dutch manager pointed out that Forest's direct approach to bypassing Liverpool's high press was particularly effective. "They played over our press with a lot of long balls, and we often found ourselves defending deeper. We just couldn't get enough of the ball where we needed it." Slot acknowledged that some individual performances were below par, contributing to the lack of attacking spark. He concluded, "It wasn't up to the standards I expect from these players. We've been strong in transition, but today we didn't do enough in possession." Manchester United injury update, latest news and return dates. Manchester United secured a comfortable 3-0 victory over Southampton, but the win came at a cost, with several defenders picking up injuries. Erik ten Hag's side has been plagued by injuries in recent weeks, and the latest knocks to key players could deepen the squad's defensive concerns. Matthijs de Ligt, Lisandro Martinez, and Martinez Mazraoui were all forced off during the match, adding to an already worrying injury list. To make matters worse, Harry Maguire, who came on as a second-half substitute, was seen limping towards the end of the game at St. Mary's. With the likes of Lenny Yoro, Rasmus Højlund, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, Tyrell Malacia, and Victor Lindelof already sidelined, United are now facing the possibility of an injury crisis just as the season begins to gather momentum. Matthijs de Ligt, who scored his first goal for United against Southampton, was withdrawn in the closing stages after suffering from cramp. The Dutch defender has since moved to calm fears of a serious issue, reassuring fans that he is in good condition. "I'm fine," he said. "It was just a bit of cramp in the last 5 minutes. It's the first time in 5 months I've played 3 games in a row, but I wanted to stay on. The coach thought it best to take me off." De Ligt is expected to return in time for United's next match against Crystal Palace on Saturday, September 21st. Lisandro Martinez also had to be substituted in the 77th minute, with Johnny Evans taking his place. Martinez had been a key figure for United, playing every match this season after returning from international duty with Argentina. Ten Hag acknowledged that the early kickoff and the effects of long travel might have played a part in Martinez's discomfort. "It's not serious, but we'll need to assess it," said the United boss. Hopefully, he'll be fit for the weekend. Martinez is targeting a return against Crystal Palace on the 21st of September. Martinez Mazraoui, United's summer signing from Bayern Munich, was another casualty of the Southampton clash. The Moroccan fullback, who has been ever-present in Ten Hag's starting 11, was replaced by Maguire in the 74th minute after feeling a strain. There is optimism that Mazraoui's issue is only minor, with the right-back expected to be available for selection by the next fixture. Harry Maguire, who was brought on as a substitute for Mazraoui, didn't escape unscathed either. The England international was seen limping late in the game, raising further concerns about United's defensive depth. Maguire had started the first 2 games of the season, but has since been rotated out in favor of Ligt. His condition will be monitored closely, though early reports suggest he could recover in time to feature against Crystal Palace. The Red Devils have been particularly hard-hit in defense, with Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia both sidelined for the foreseeable future. Shaw, United's first-choice left-back, is recovering from a muscle injury, while Malacia remains out after surgery. United are hopeful that both will return in the coming weeks, but for now, Ten Hag will be relying on the versatility of his remaining defenders. Victor Lindelof, another crucial part of United's backline, has also been ruled out for the time being. The Swedish centre-back is working towards a return, but the club has been cautious with his recovery. Lindelof's absence, along with the mounting injuries, could see Ten Hag turn to youth or less experienced squad members in the weeks ahead. As the September fixtures pile up, United will be hoping to avoid further setbacks and welcome back several of their injured players. With Crystal Palace up next, followed by a series of tough matches, Ten Hag will be eager to restore balance to his defense and keep the squad fighting fit for the challenges ahead. Manchester United versus Barnsley, head-to-head and memorable clashes. Manchester United will host League One side Barnsley at Old Trafford in the 3rd round of the EFL Cup on Tuesday night. With 41 places separating the 2 teams in the English football pyramid, the Red Devils will be heavy favourites as they aim to secure a straightforward passage into the next round. For Barnsley, this fixture represents a dream opportunity to upset a giant on one of football's grandest stages. This will be the first meeting between the sides in 15 years, a rare encounter due to the fact that Barnsley and Manchester United have only shared the same division once since the Second World War. Historically, the clubs have met 38 times, with United winning 22 of those, Barnsley coming out on top 5 times, and 11 matches ending in a draw. The most recent contest between the two came back in 2009, also in the League Cup. On that occasion, United won 2-0 at Oakwell, with goals from Danny Welbeck and Michael Owen. Despite Gary Neville being sent off, Sir Alex Ferguson's side advanced, and went on to win the competition that season, defeating Aston Villa at Wembley. However, Barnsley's most famous victory over Manchester United came in 1998, when they knocked the Red Devils out of the FA Cup. After forcing a replay with a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford, Barnsley triumphed 3-2 in the return leg at Oakwell, with John Hendry's first-half double sealing a memorable victory. Although Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham scored for United, it wasn't enough to avoid a shock exit. That FA Cup revenge came just months after Manchester United handed Barnsley one of their heaviest defeats in recent memory. In their only season in the Premier League, Barnsley were thrashed 7-0 at Old Trafford, with Andy Cole netting a hat-trick. Cole and Sheringham were on target again in the reverse fixture, a 2-0 win for United that confirmed Barnsley's relegation from the top flight. Other notable meetings include a 4-0 FA Cup victory for United in 1964, where legends Dennis Law and George Best both found the back of the net. The majority of the club's encounters, however, took place in the old Division Two between 1898 and 1938, with one of the more peculiar sets of matches coming in 1923, when both league fixtures were played on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, Barnsley winning both games. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.